Hey, what's going on, Beowulf Nation? This is I Am Beowulf, back at it with another video. Woo! Man, you guys are gonna be surprised. There's some new products I purchased. So I'm kind of showing you guys some new gear that I got to use when I go out in both my Sea Doo jet skis, RXP-X, RXT-X 300. So let me get you guys a little what's all going on. If you're new to the channel, I'm Beowulf. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of the Beowulf Nation.
I am Beowulf!
Sorry, sound a little under the weather. I'm like kind of sick right now, so I still figured, hey, shoot a video no matter if I'm sick or not. As long as I can talk, hey, I can make a video. So let's talk about all this gear. So I did a video in the past, if you haven't seen, it was a whole like what I keep in my gear bag. And I kind of always get new stuff. You know, it's kind of like I do one thing and I'm kind of just doing like an update of some new gear of what you could get if you're out jet skiing. It doesn't matter, again, if you're riding like a river, a lake, an ocean. You know, it kind of gives you some option of stuff to get. And this is kind of too some stuff for even if you're in a colder climate, and just all around, it doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. So you guys ready to see some of this new gear that I picked up? All right, let's get it going. All right, so the first new thing that I picked up is this is from Standard Horizon. So this is like a rescue radio. It has a button here you press and, you know, distress call and you get picked up. I don't know how this all sets up, if it's like the Coast Guard that's coming to come pick you up. To basically have any of these functions to be called in for help, you have to register your vessel, so there'd be like the jet skis, or you know, if you had a boat or whatnot. But it's cool because it shows kind of like a robot talking of kind of what the weather's like, what the waves are where you're at. You really can't hear people talking unless you kind of get programmed into what it is. But there's different channels, but you do have to register with it. The cool thing is this one floats. So if you're out in the water, it does float. I keep this in my gear bag. I've yet to register it, so it's kind of like, I'm bringing it with it. It's not gonna do nothing until I register it. But that's the one thing, it's a cool product. That it has a beacon to call in, and I think you can push the talk and stuff. I just kind of got it like a month ago. I haven't really gone through reading the whole manual and stuff, but it's something that I definitely should get it figured out. And then, you know, you press the button. I've heard of there's another thing that kind of hooks on your life vest, and you press the button, the Coast Guard immediately comes in like by a helicopter or whatnot to pick you up. That's definitely something I really more would want. But this is kind of nice too, that, you know, like if I was sinking, it's cool to press a button, but I'd rather have something that's like right on me and press, because I have to get this out of my bag to get it to work. But I tell you, it's better than having nothing. The hard thing is like if you have your cell phone, you drop it, or if you're in the water, I don't care what kind of case you got, it could be where you can't even press the buttons, because most smartphones now, you know, like if the screen gets wet, you can't really press buttons and whatnot. I know that works like kind of on my Apple Watch. But also too, I know with the Apple Watches that there's a distress beacon you can press with this. This is kind of what people used when Hurricane Florence came. There's a distress call that does call in like, you know, the fire department and stuff to rescue. I don't know if it works, you know, on the ocean or whatnot, but that's another thing too. If you have iWatch, that's what it does. So let's get with some other cool stuff too. Now, I had a different dive knife that I picked up, and that one was stainless steel. Well, I was real smart. I had all my gear once drying all here on the back of the jet ski, and I had it like sitting kind of in the corner, my stainless steel dive knife, and I should have double checked everything in the back before I rode away. I'll admit it, and I had it sitting there, and then halfway driving, I'm like, oh my God, I left my dive knife on the back of my RXT-X 300. Wasn't the smartest thing to do, so I was in desperate need to get a new knife. And actually, I'd have to tell you, this setup's probably better. The knife isn't as big as the previous dive knife I had, but also too, it's cool, it's neoprene, so this mounts on your leg, which I like that a little bit more, because the other one, it was just like rubber straps, so it was leaving marks. It was staining my wetsuit, and it also was leaving marks on my leg after the fact. This one's kind of nicer, because, you know, like if it's the summertime, I'm not wearing a wetsuit, you know, it's nice to have a knife on you. you never know if you need to cut yourself loose, or somebody's trying to be like a pirate and steal your jet ski, or you have a run-in with some type of predator in the water. It's better to have some kind of line of defense or whatnot. But also too, if you had if somebody goes like, you know, in a boat, you roll up, somebody's caught underneath, and they need to be rescued fast, man, it's good to have a knife on you. The cool thing, this knife here is titanium, and this knife is from Blue Tang. Bought this on Amazon. This was separate. I'll put links or something in later videos with all this stuff, but this these are two separate things, not all from the same company, but it's nice because it kind of mounts the knife in there, and so they're using those rubber straps. You just press these two little buttons right here. All this stuff is hard to do one-handed, but I can do it. Here we go. And check this out. So I'm gonna go find like a knife sharpener and sharpen this thing even sharper than how it comes. The nice thing is a blade. My last one, because it was kind of like stainless steel in the back, it had some weight to it, which this is really light. All the weight's kind of like on the blade. The back's really light. I think you could also get this too in the back where it's yellow. I went with the silver just because it gives it more of that stealthy look. But it's definitely a nice knife, especially titanium. It's not going to rust. The stainless steel still could have rusted. So I just didn't think that was the best route. So, you know, I lost it, and then I had to go buy another knife, which was fun. But I made a mistake, but cool. I got a better blade now than I had before. Now let's get about some other stuff. Jettribe, if you guys haven't seen, I wear all their gear. Now, cool thing, Jettribe had a sale on all their jackets. So this is like called their tour coat. Now this is that, which I was lucky to get this because they discontinued my whole wetsuit that I love. I love how it's a yellow fading into the black, and they got new stuff coming out, so they discontinued it. So this is cool. It matches with my whole wetsuit already. And sometimes when I go out there riding, it's super cold, and I'm freezing even with the wetsuit on. This gives like an added layer. Also, it's kind of nice too, is it's like you could just throw this on, like especially after I go riding and I'm all still cold and like I want to warm up, and you really can't put it like on a sweatshirt or something because then it gets wet. Nice here, the neoprene, it dries real quick. And the nice thing is, so this is size extra large. I wear their wetsuits a size extra large. I was kind of fearful when I got it, like would it be the same size as what my wetsuit is. So it runs a little bit bigger, which is cool because it goes over your wetsuit. But it's nice, it got like the hoodie on it, has pockets, and it stands out. Let me see, show you guys with the back. So the back looks pretty cool. It's hard to show the whole thing, but I'll try my best. So this is kind of like what the back looks like. That's why I can't believe they stopped making this. It's so cool of all the stuff they put on it and stuff. But I'm really happy with it. So this is the other thing I picked up for riding gear. And I hope you guys like it. And this gives you guys some ideas of some stuff to get. But if you guys are in the market, you know, because I get it all the time where some people say, oh, I can't ride, it's too cold. Definitely invest in a wetsuit. And like you go hit up Jettribe, the cool thing is if you look through some of their stuff, they got some stuff they're discontinuing. And it's some pretty good deals on stuff, which I think is awesome they're doing that. And that's the one thought to take, and that's just me, my opinion. Probably in the future for like ocean riding, sharks are attracted to bright colors. So wearing like, you know, bright colors like yellow, red, blue, you know, anything that's bright, it's going to attract a shark coming into you. Now, if your jet ski sunk and you're swimming there, it's probably not the smartest thing, but if somebody's trying to rescue you, it's nice to have the bright colors, so just think of that. I know I was talking to somebody else, and I was like, man, should I get like all darker colors? Because that's kind of what divers that go diving or free diving with sharks wear. And the hard thing is like, Jettribe does make some ones that are a little bit darker, but I'm not saying you should go do that. It's just kind of like the thought to me. Where I go riding, it's the top 5 most dangerous beaches in the whole entire United States, and I don't know the whole world. So I think it's the whole world. I saw this whole video about it. It's pretty crazy. So that's kind of like when I go out there. I mean, the chance of seeing a predator like an alligator or a shark are like really high. So that's kind of why I got that set up with gear, and that's also too why you got the knife. It's real nice. And I like the knife too. Is the knife's not like too big. and it's not too small. It's like kind of in between, which is kind of nice with that setup. So this is about the end of the video of all this new gear update. I'm gonna get some new stuff coming in the mail, maybe this coming week or the following week. Some new other riding gear that I'm picking up that I'll be wearing for 2019. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said before, if you haven't subscribed yet to be part of the Beowulf Nation, smash that subscribe button. To my existing subscribers that are part of the Beowulf Nation, awesome news. It looks like it could be this week. I'm going to go check about it tomorrow. But I Am Beowulf merch is coming out, which is pretty cool. I got sweatshirts, t-shirts coming out, working on some hats. And just stay tuned to that. Always remember too to be driven to win in life. Put goals. Make sure you come through with the goals you make. It's 2019, like I've said before. And this is the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.